When you get new car makers into the game, you have the chance to start with a clean sheet of paper. This is the Deepal, and it has a chance of being a bit different, but boy, there is the shock of the new, particularly inside with the human-machine interface. The Deepal S07. Deepal is a sub-brand of one of China's largest state-owned car makers. The S07 is a medium-sized battery electric SUV. It's rear-wheel drive, powered by a single motor producing 160 kilowatts of peak power and 320 newton meters of torque. Officially, it has a range of 475 kilometres. Is that realistic? Well, you could aim for 400 to 420, and that's worth banking on. It carries a battery of just under 80 kilowatt hours in capacity, and it supports both AC and DC charging. On AC, it charges at up to 11 kilowatts, so a full top-up takes about 8 hours. DC charging goes up to 92 kilowatts, which gives you from 30 to 80% in roughly 35 minutes. It also has vehicle-to-load capability, so you can power tools, camping gear or appliances directly from the car's battery. You've got a choice of 7 exterior colours and the safety credentials are strong. It earned a 5-star ANCAP rating under their latest, most rigorous test protocols. Adult occupation in particular scored very highly. Warranty-wise, there's a 7-year, 160,000 kilometre new car warranty and an 8-year, 240,000 kilometre battery warranty. You can also get 12 months of free roadside assistance. There's just one variant available in Australia, and depending on which state you're in, it's priced at around $58,500. That puts it in the same general price range as similar EVs from Hyundai, Kia and Cupra. Cheaper than premium Euro brands, but more than some of the more budget-focused Chinese competitors like MG. Looking around the outside of the Deepal, we see some modern trends and some fairly traditional looks of an SUV. The front is clearly moving us in the era of the post-grille. There's no need for the cooling for the system in an electric motor, and so why have a grille? Now, a number of car manufacturers will do so, and it's blinking at me because I'm getting near it with the fob in my pocket, but a number of car manufacturers still have a sort of faux grille. In fact, we did a Genesis the other day that has a grille with a plastic or perspex cover to it. It makes for good aerodynamics while still having the look of a grille. Actually, the tyres, they're a 55 aspect ratio. I like that. It makes it far more likely to absorb bumps in the road and not transmit as much sound. Down the side, you see that it has this almost brushed aluminium look. That's, when you get really close to, adds a little bit of a feature. Not a lot of creases, although there's a bottom line crease here that makes for some sort of sculptured look and obviously a very strong waistline. You'll notice that the door handles are sticking out. Now, in fact, I've got that on the situation where the door handles only come out for the driver when you get in and out of it, but if I unlock it, then obviously I'm getting the 2 door handles there. At the back, not a lot of sculptured look. There's a join here that adds a little bit of a angled feature to it. It is an 07. I think I called it a 007. And then there's the Deepal. Now the back of that is fairly traditional, a little bit of a lip. This is probably a little bit more striking, but these here for aerodynamics, but that light in the middle there, making it look a bit more futuristic. If I could only open the boot, let's see what I can do with this. Well, you got to press it twice. Sorry, not hold it. Press it twice. Oh, that's rather stylish, isn't it? It's got a little bit of a pattern on the thing in the back. the cover in the back there. That's some reasonable room. A number of holding points, but not much to give you there. Now here's the real test. They haven't actually given us any cabling. So the only way I can charge the car is that I can't charge it at home. I can only charge it on a formal charging station. Oh, unless they've given it to me. Ah, there we go. And the great thing is we have some hydraulic lifts, which is rather good. Geez, that's some good space in the front there. Well, oh look, I've even got a cable I can plug in at home. What a good idea.
If you value independent journalism or simply enjoyed the video, please support the channel by hitting like and subscribe.
Okay, so now I get in the car and it brings up that. Isn't that clever? It turns the thing towards me. Gesture recognition, that's good, but I could never get it to work. Fatigue warning. I don't mind being warned, but I hate being nagged. Okay, what I want to do is, how do I change the regenerative braking? Connectivity, no. Camera, no. Voice, no. Voice wake up. Once this feature is disabled, you can only call for voice service by steering wheel and tap. You can set the volume for each of the individual ones and it's on one screen. I like that. The head-up display is really quite compact and therefore a bit cluttered, but at least you can do it. Well, I do have heated and cooled seats. I like that. The layout is then incredibly simple, but on the steering here, I've got a 3 back to front, a G and an O. I think that means cruise control. Again, that's something I'm going to have to find out. The gear change is on the right, and the screens are pretty good. That's out the front, and I get up to the top here and I do the logical thing. I'm looking both ways, a couple of cars parked, have to be a bit cautious, make sure there's no cars coming out of the side street, no cars down there.
Hello.
Take out, hello? Take out, and now I'm driving. I just checked the side.
Execute.
Oh, it's talking to me.
Please adjust to P gear before operating.
Obviously, I can't talk with the hands. Well, perhaps that's a good thing that many presenters need to be aware of. But I've now got the distracted warning on. Oh, and it's blinking at me. Did you notice I turned my head to look and it's still blinking at me? Actually, the feeling while driving is relatively smooth. I've just hopped out of another Chinese electric car, and my response in getting into this one is that it is relatively smooth. It's got a battery thing up on the head-up display. It tells me the battery's quite full. That's interesting that it gives me some indication of where we are with the battery, which is good because it's fully electric. I hopped in this car after getting out of a hybrid. And you know, immediately I realized why I like electric cars. It just feels so much smoother. Now I've got on the head-up display an amount of information, very limited. It's only the speed limit and it's only whether it's charging or not. I've just stopped and it showed me the battery level, which is merely schematic. I didn't say whether it's 60 or 70%. I've got to sort of measure that as I go. What I'd like to do is go to head-up display, the AR head-up display, whatever that means. Well, I've got a whole pile of things on there, but it hasn't been showing that. Oh, the dashboard indicators. Oh, okay. Well, all that's showing is the fact that it's got like a cruise control thing. I've got everything showing, but I'm not using navigation or anything, so there's really not much to put up there. Again, given that it's an electric car, haven't got oil temperature or any of those sorts of things. See, now I'm looking just to make sure, just check that those pedestrians are okay on the side, and it starts warning me that I'm not concentrating. I'm concentrating as hard as I possibly can. Even when I look to the side, I like to think I'm keeping my peripheral vision available to make sure nothing catastrophic happens. And my range is currently 332 kilometers, which is pretty good, but I don't really know what percentage my battery is. I've got it's this much out of this much, which makes it a bit hard to see. Okay, I'm getting reasonable. Oh, see. Oh, look, it's really nagging me. I haven't concentrated. I didn't think I took my attention away that much. I have to get out of the car now, and there's absolutely no handle. But there is a thing here that unlocks the door. Now, that's all electronic, but I can't find an emergency override. So if I go into water, when things short out, I'm not sure I can get out. Here's another problem. Wind the window down. All right, so you pull it back to wind it down. No, here you push it forward to wind it down, and you pull it back to wind it up. That must be something from the Northern Hemisphere. The dials here, as I say, a 3 backwards, a 6 or a G or an O. And I guess I've got favourites, which are hearts, and I guess I've got these things. I can adjust the head-up display from here. So I'm now adjusting the level. Oh, by the way, I found that I've got 69%. Well, that seems my graphic representations of things aren't very good. Okay, try to say, "Hi, Deepal."
Right here.
Oh. Tilt the steering wheel? What was that? Oh, dashboard indicators. After actuation, the AR HUD can display collision warnings, adaptive cruise control, and more. I'm going to have another go. "Hi, Deepal."
I'm here.
Raise temperature 5 degrees.
Okay, I will turn up the temperature now.
That's pretty good. "Hey, Deepal."
What would you like to do?
Lower temperature 6 degrees.
Okay.
Adjust side mirrors. Use the directional buttons on the right side of the steering wheel. Save these set. Okay. Confirm. Unlock on parking. Close windows on lock. Smart key locking. Press the remote key button to unlock the driver's door only. Okay. At one stage it told me that I wasn't parked straight in the lines, but I can't duplicate that. I don't know. If I press park, it turns it off. Tow away mode can be enabled when the vehicle is in P park mode and the brake pedal is pressed. Once tow away mode is activated, the vehicle has no parking measures in place, which poses a risk of rolling. It is recommended to use this mode only when the vehicle is unable to be driven due to a breakdown or during service and maintenance. Actually, that's rather important, because some believe that you can't move an electric car if it doesn't have its own power.
Have your own thoughts? We'd love to hear them, good, bad, or in between. Have a chat with us by dropping a comment below.